high Sierras. Just the words conjure up images of towering pines, granite peaks, crystal clear mountain lakes, and rainbow trout. Stay with us as we take you to the Eastern Sierras on a very special episode of Sport Fishing with Dan Hernandez. Sport Fishing is brought to you by Berkeley Trilene, Sport Chalet, and Fenwick, performance for the dedicated angler. The high Sierras have been a trout fishing destination for a long, long time. From wooded forest lakes to crystal clear high mountain lakes, the Eastern Sierras offer many different fishing opportunities. We've chosen an area called the June Lake Loop for this visit because of the lakes on the loop. June, Gull, Silver, and Grant are all well known for the fish they produce. Well, we're in Gull Lake, and we're getting ready to go fishing and run this line through here. And our expert today is John Nagy. He's from Ernie's tackle shop here in the June Lake Loop area. Is that what it's called? And John, I haven't been fishing up here since I was in high school, so I'm sure things have changed a lot. But back then, we used to use like salmon eggs and stuff, and now with the new products from Berkeley and some of the other things out there, yeah, I know things have changed. Why don't you go ahead and rig me up? As John rigs me up, let's visit the tackle box to find out about the types of tackle you can use for trout fishing. The tackle box, information every angler can use to improve their chances on the water. This week, the tackle box is brought to you by Fenwick. Standing next to me is John Logue, and his family's own Ernie's Bait and Tackle here in June Lake. Was this June Lake Village or June Lake?
June Lake Village is pretty much, it's known as June Lake, but we are in the village area itself.
Okay, and your family's had this business here for over 30 years?
Yeah, right around 30 years.
Yeah,
We've owned it
started
early
with your
60s.
grandfather?
Yes, my grandfather and grandmother owned the business, and they bought it from one gentleman. He was not the original Ernie, but there was one before him that was, and we've kept the name, and it's going to stay Ernie's for many years to come.
Well, I brought this Fenwick ultralight outfit with me with the Daiwa reel. Did I bring the right equipment?
Yeah, Fenwick, you can't beat it for brand name. What you want up here is a good rod, anywhere from the 2 to 6 pound, 8 pound range, 5 to 6 feet. Generally, if you're shore fishing, go with like a 6.5 foot rod. You get better casting distance that way.
Now, what kind of terminal gear or baits are we going to need for this type of fishing?
Up here, there's two ways to go. You can use the sliding weight, or you can use the clear bubble. This is called a cast-a bubble. Both of them serve the same purpose as your weight to take your bait to the bottom of the lake. The advantage of the cast-a bubble is you fill it full of water, close it back up, run it on your line the exact same as the sliding weight, and then you put your swivel on. This sinks slower, gives the fish time to see the bait on the way down.
Okay. Now, the baits that we're using, are these floating type baits, or these baits stay on the bottom?
What you're going to do is put your swivel next to your bubble and then use a like a 3 to 4 foot leader, size 16 treble hook, and about 2 pound test. Okay. So you got your 3 foot leader floating up, and that's when you use your either your power nuggets or your power bait, your salmon eggs. Use it as a combination. It's called the Sierra sandwich. Works very well.
Now, if an angler's coming up here and they don't have the right equipment, they can come here to Ernie's and already buy these rigs already pre-rigged.
Yes.
So they don't have to tie them.
We tie all these rigs here in the shop, so they are quality material. They'll last you, and the brake test is very good.
And if a guy doesn't want to buy the pre-rigs, he can actually buy these small spools of line.
Yeah, leader wheels.
Is that what they're called, leader wheels?
Leader wheels.
And I know you have all the mustad hooks and all that
We
stuff
have
here.
all sorts of mustad hooks. We have just about all the terminal tackle you'll need. You know, all the information, the questions we can answer for you.
Okay, now once we have it all together, that we're all rigged up, we have the bait on. I noticed you have the Berkeley Strike.
Yes, this is a very effective product that came out, I think, about 2 years ago now. It's a fish attractant from Berkeley. It's called Strike. It's the actual formula. It's in the power bait, but it's in 100% strength here, where my understanding is it's about 25% in the jars. So it really is effective. It helps out to catch the fish.
And you see a big difference in the local waters who are using that?
Oh, yes. Yeah, when fishing's bad, you get 2 or 3 fish. When fishing's good, they just jump in the boat.
Okay, now for the person who's never been up here, the basic information is on their reel. It should have, what, 4-pound test line?
4-pound test, main line, sliding weights, swivels, 16 treble hooks, 2-pound leader.
Okay, and then as far as the different power baits, they need to bring a few different colors because you never really know what color.
You should get 2 or 3 colors. You know, you don't want to run out on the lake and have one color and it's biting on something else.
It's
a
frustrating.
bad feeling.
All right. Well, thank you very much, John.
Thank you, Dan.
In the old days, when I used to come here, when we needed a floating bait, we used marshmallows.
Right.
We used to get buy those big old marshmallows, and what we didn't use for bait, cut up for bait, we would go ahead and barbecue at night, you know, on the campfire. I used to come up here with my family a lot when I was in junior high and high school.
Mm-hmm.
This was our every year trip, was up the High Sierras. It was a lot of fun. When we didn't go to Texas to visit family, we'd come up here. All right, great, man. This is going to be fun. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I mean, I enjoy saltwater fishing, but it's nice to get off the ocean once in a while and try something different.
Yeah, it's just a different technique for any other type of fishing. You know, trout fishing is a lot of patience involved, and it's small gear because there, you know, even though there's some beautiful fish to be caught, you know, through this whole loop, you know, they're a smaller fish than hooking into a 20-pound yellowtail or something. So it's a lot of difference.
Yeah.
But you know, both ways are fun. It's just a different technique and a different setup.
Okay, now this is the Fenwick rod that I came out with today. And you like this rod, the Legacy?
Yeah, I do. In fact, I'm going to be fishing with one myself.
I noticed you have an older Fenwick rod here.
Yeah.
What's this rod?
That's the classic
15
glass.
Years old? Or
I'm not sure how long it is, but yeah, I don't.
Why don't we take a look at that?
I don't part with it too often.
I always like guys that have those early rods and they still keep them.
Oh, you bet. It's been a favorite for a long time.
Yeah. Well, that's nice
Definitely.
about Fenwick. They've had quality for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and bait up? All right, well, let me get my jacket off here. It's getting a little bit warmer.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe you could suggest something on what we should be using up here since you fish here every week.
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and just use those chartreuse nuggets here.
Okay.
And those are really productive up here, and they work well. So
these are basically the same formula and everything as the other power bait?
as far as I know, it's the same exact bait. All that they have done is just pre-formed them.
Okay.
One thing I like to use too is that Berkeley Strike. And
you put the Strike on top of the power bait?
Yeah, what it is it's their attractant, it's their formula that's in their baits, and this is the liquid stuff right here. So it really seems to be well with just a couple of drops and over your bait, and it kind of masks the scent of your hands.
So I think I'm ready to go.
Great.
Okay, which way you want me to cast?
How about right out here would be fine. Straight out in front of you.
Okay, so I don't have, it's kind of different. I'm used to casting toward islands or reefs or something.
Right.
Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
We're getting toward the end of the season now for this area. Now, what happens during the off season? There's just no boats on the lakes, or?
The last day of fishing is October 31st, and then the season closes. Mono County has a closed season from October 31st to the last Saturday in April, which is the 25th, 6th, 7th, whatever day it falls upon. And
you getting bit, John?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're getting bit. John's got a strike there. Okay, John's got a fish. He's right up here on the surface. You can see the bobber. Let me grab the net for you, John.
Sure.
Oh, look at that pretty fish. Let's get him right up here on the surface and get
He's
him.
just right on the lip too, it looks like.
Oh yeah.
Somebody
He broke
else's-
somebody's line.
Somebody else's leader.
All right. Congratulations. Strong fish. He broke someone else's leader. Rainbow trout. Go. Here we go. There's another line in them from previous.
Yeah, it looks like somebody must have broke them off.
Yeah. John's hook came right out. The hook was right on the lip. There's another leader on there. I just cut it off and it'll rest right up.
All right.
It's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, a little male.
Hey John, look back there. That last boat's got a fish going.
All right, he hooked up.
Yeah. See what they got here. Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Come on, trout. Oh, I think I lost him. Man, I just got bit and I blew it. Is he there? No, I lost him. There's my bobber. Man, that was a good bite. Starting to want to go. We switched over from the straight Berkeley bait to a salmon egg, ball and fire, and the Berkeley bait and the power bait. And what we're doing is using the power bait for the scent and for the float. And then the eggs, that's what's attracting the fish. So between the scent and the eggs, the fish are just coming up and slamming it. What do you guys call this combination up here?
Sierra sandwich.
Sierra sandwich. Well, that was a good bite. Let me see. I'm going to put on another bait here.
It does work well.
Yeah, boy, that was a nice hit. I can't believe that. That's probably the one thing us saltwater guys do wrong is as soon as we get bit, we're so used to sitting the hook, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We got these bigger
Just
fish.
a lot of patience, just waiting out the fish, letting them go ahead and taking the bait and then setting it on them. You know, if you just wait them out a little bit, you know, they're playing with it or whatever. So
Look at mine even. It's just falling, but
it'd be fun to get a double hook up here, though, wouldn't it?
I wonder if I got one going too. I haven't seen my bait do that on the fall. You might have just sucked all the eggs off yours.
I hope not.
So you just keep leaving it down there, huh?
Yeah, I just wait him out, you know. I'll make up a couple of turns up or whatever, and just to see where he's at.
So even though they bite it like that, they'll still stick around?
Yeah, sometimes they do. If you're not pulling the hook right away from him and pulling the bait off the hook or, you know, spooking him, if you wait on them, I've had it happen many times where they'll come back and they'll hit the bait.
While we're waiting for the next fish to bite, let's go to our cooking segment, The Galley. The Galley, recipes and tips for preparing your fish at home. This week, The Galley is brought to you by Sports Chalet.
Well, welcome back. We have a special treat for you, Sarge. He's the chef here at the CRN, and CRN is located right in the middle of the June Lake Village. And what do you have prepared for us today? We're going to do rainbow trout?
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, these are locally caught rainbow trout. Let me get out of your way. We got a small kitchen here. And go ahead and prepare this, Sarge.
All right. What I do is, first thing I do is put some melted butter into the frying pan. Turn the unit on. I put a lid over the top of it because it's a big frying pan. It's got to get hot. Take the trout that the customer has brought in and flour it. I don't put any seasoning on it. I also take a small frying pan and put a little butter in the bottom of the frying pan. Add some almonds, sliced almonds, and put it on the back burner and let it heat very slowly. Got the oil pretty hot. You take your fish, lay it in there. One of the great things about cooking fish up here in the June Lake is that it's fresh, caught by the customer. We serve with this, the customer, soup and salad bar, choice of potato, rice, fresh vegetables. All right, it's about done now. All right. I have my dish that I want to place the fish on. I put the cooked trout in the center. Put some parsley around. Then I take the buttered almonds and sprinkle over the top of your trout. This really makes it a little more tastier. Very important. And this is the finished product.
Stay with us, there's more to come.
Here's the John method. Wait until the rod tip hits the water.
Wait till it's set.
This is like that, what's that Toyota commercial? Drive between the lines. Now he's eating the other.
Wham, hit him.
Oh! I think I got another one, John.
Right on.
All right.
A nice fighting fish, huh?
Yeah, well this has definitely turned into an afternoon bite. All right. Look at that. Yeah, that Fenwick rod just bent in half like that. Okay, so what kind of tips are you going to give me here, John?
Bring him up to the boat. Just keep the tip up and
There he is
let
right
him
there.
come in right on.
There he is. Okay, Chip. Okay, bring him in the boat here. I think the hook's in him pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, John.
Yeah, nice fish.
Thanks. Nice rainbow trout. And this is just one of the basic stalker size fish?
Yeah, it is.
You know, one of your little fish gadgets to get the hook out of them.
Okay.
Oh, wait, never mind. I got the hook right here. I thought the hook was deep. It wasn't. It's just right there. There we go. Oh, this is a rainbow trout we caught on a Fenwick rod, little Daiwa reel. And we're using, what do they call these? Sierra sandwiches?
Sierra sandwich.
Yeah, that's a combination of power bait and salmon eggs. Go ahead and let them go. Let's let them go back here. There we go. Nice little rainbow trout, little stalker. Nice fight. Come on, babe, go. There he goes. All right. Thanks a lot, John. That was great.
You're welcome.
See if we can get us one more. Well, we're still fishing here at Gull Lake. John's been our guide. We had a pretty tough time this morning. We were only able to get a couple fish, but the evening, it's coming up on 6 o'clock almost. We've been fishing the combination of power bait and the eggs all on one rig, and why don't I show you what exactly that is. John taught me this. Okay, so here's a treble hook. You just slide one of these on each hook. Now if we just cast it out with the salmon eggs would go down to the bottom and get mixed in with the weeds, and we wouldn't attract the fish. So what we're doing is we're using power bait, both as a scent and as a bait. And then we just go ahead and get a little dab of power bait, make a ball of it, and just gonna put it right on top of the hook there. And just like that. This is what John calls a Sierra sandwich. Oh, and he's got one going. And then on top of that, all you do is just drop, you get the Berkeley strike, put one big gob of it on there. That's it. And John's got another fish going on the same outfit, same rig, same everything. The only difference is he's got an egg sinker on instead of a bobber. Let me cast this out and I'll give you a hand.
Thanks.
There we go. little stalker.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Man, this has turned into a fun trip.
Yeah. Let's get
Another
this hook
rainbow.
out of here and let this guy go.
The tip of the week is brought to you by Berkeley Trilene.
John's been our guide all day, and he'll be giving us this week's tip of the week.
Okay. By using 3 eggs on a treble hook, you can take the power bait and put it up above the eye of the hook. Helps hold the eggs on, but it helps float them up. And then in combination, it works really well. So whether you use the eggs by themselves, power bait by themselves, or in a combination, use that Berkeley strike on there too, and that works really well on the bait. And that's this week's tip of the week.
This week's fishtail comes to us from Jim Hendricks of Hollywood, California. Jim's son Joshua hit it big with this large 6-pound calico bass on a fishing trip to the Ventura County line. Congratulations, Joshua. It's always nice to hear about young people out there fishing. For being our fishtails of this week, Joshua will receive a copy of my new book, Saltwater Fishing Adventures. Be sure to send us your photos or videotape for fishtails. If we use your fishtails on the air, you'll receive a free copy of the book just like Joshua did. Send your fishtail photos and any questions or comments to Sport Fishing, P.O. Box 90, Montebello, California, 90640. We'd like to give a special thanks to Boulder Lodge. Just mention Sport Fishing and receive a 15% discount on your next stay there. For a copy of today's episode of Sport Fishing, send a check or money order for $15 plus $2 shipping and handling to Sport Fishing, number 002, P.O. Box 90, Montebello, California 90640.